Welcome to the MFR Coaches podcast, where we talk about how you can create a six-figure MFR practice. I'm your host, Heather Hommel. Not only have I been practicing MFR for 11 years, I'm also a life and business coach, especially for MFR therapists. My goal is for you to understand how to get fully booked, how to talk to your clients, and how to make sure they understand what's possible for them with MFR treatment. I'm here to help you stop under-earning, overworking, and burning out. I'll lend support so you can create the MFR practice you've always wanted. Learn how you can do it too, even if you live in a tiny town, and even if you're just starting out, and even if you've ran your practice for years. Let's go. Hey, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the MFR Coaches podcast. I'm Heather, the MFR coach, and I want to talk to you about the difference between two types of conversations that you have with your clients at all times. And I think it's really important to know the difference between when to use one of these conversations and when to use the other conversation. So the two types of conversations or relationships that you have with your clients are the therapeutic conversation relationship and the sales conversation or sales relationship. So it's really important to know which is which, and it will help you to decipher and determine what to talk about on social media, what to talk about with your clients on the phone, what to talk about with your clients in the treatment room, and what to talk about with clients when you are selling to them. And you're selling to them all the time on your website, on social media, on the phone, and in your office. So let's talk about the therapy relationship first. So the therapy relationship, the therapeutic conversations are things that involve techniques, the modality of myofascial release, feelings, emotions, trauma, the healing crisis, anything that talks about your client's problem. The sales conversation or the sales relationship, you are always talking about results. You are talking about what solves their problem. So it's really simplified. Therapy talks about the problem. Sales solves their problem. So why is it important to know the difference? One of my expert level skill sets is selling MFR. I honed this skill over a decade of working as an MFR therapist. I doubled down on this skill and became fully booked and then booked out for months and months and months at a time. But let's be honest, I kind of sucked at it before I ever figured out how to really sell MFR. I don't want it to take you as long as it took me to go from sucking at sales to awesome at it. Register for my training, How to Sell MFR to Anyone in Any Situation, right now. Go to www.themfrcoach.com/sellmfr. The results that your clients get from MFR largely depend on your willingness and your ability to make excellent recommendations to your clients, which just means your willingness to sell MFR. A lot of clients don't get the best help they need because you're too afraid to sell MFR to them. I'm going to say that again. A lot of clients don't get the best help they need because you're too afraid to sell MFR to them. I've seen this time and time again. You're scared the client might say no, so you don't say anything at all. So instead of selling MFR, you allow the client to come at the frequency and spacing they want, and they get subpar results. Subpar results are never our aim as MFR therapists. If you aren't really good at selling MFR on purpose, subpar results will be what happens. Who wants to limp when they can run? Join me on November 1st at noon Central Time Zone. I'm going to teach you how to sell MFR to anyone in any situation. You will notice an increase in your rebook rate. You will notice how brave you are in the treatment room during sales conversations. You will stop leaving it up to clients. You will start to be in control of your business and your schedule. This starts and ends with your sales skills. Register today at www.themfrcoach.com/sellmfr. I'll see you November 1st at noon Central. Links to everything are located in the show notes. Mostly because I see a lot of the time, and this is like at no fault of your own, right? So if you're doing this, just know that you can just stop doing it. It's nothing's gone wrong. But what happens when you dial this in more specifically and more on purpose, right? You end up selling more MFR, more people find you, more people get the help that they need. So don't spend time hating on yourself if you're doing any of these things, like in not the right order, and not in the order that I suggest, right? There's no right or wrong. So it's really important. And I see this all the time on social media. People talk about the healing crisis, or they talk about trauma, they talk about feelings and emotions and techniques and certain things like that. I see this a lot on social media. The thing is nobody wants to buy a healing crisis. Nobody wants to buy crosshand releases, piezoelectric responses, or trauma. Nobody wants to buy those things. People want to buy feeling better, being active, less flare-ups, recovering faster, reduced pain, returning to work, living without pain, moving better, not missing out on family reunions, all of the things, being able to ride in the car, not miss work, all of those things. That's what people actually want to buy. They want to buy the results from working with you. So while you can educate or talk about the problems that people have also as one way to educate people, people want to actually buy the results from working with you, which are the sales conversations, which are the sales relationships. So those are the results. The cost of treatment, the time, the treatment plan, frequency, schedule, payment, logistics, all of those help to solve their problem and are what should be talked about in the sales conversation. You're giving them a treatment plan. You've listened to what they have going on in the therapy relationship, right? Inside the treatment room, you've talked to them about traumas, their feelings, their emotions, their pain in their body. You've touched their pain. You've educated them on the healing crisis. You've talked about the modality of myofascial release in the treatment room. Outside of the treatment room, now it is a sales conversation where you are solving their problem. You are giving them the cost, the time commitment, the treatment plan, the frequency, you're scheduling, and you're taking payment. You're talking about all the logistics and you are solving their problem, right? You're leading with the results and everything else is secondary to that. So knowing the difference between these two things can change everything for your clients that are looking for you online, that are following you on social media and are ready to opt in. They're just looking for how they relate to you and how you can solve their problem. And if you see them, if you know that you can solve their problem and you call it out, right? So think about how many times you see an ad for something on, for me, it's like mostly Instagram. Like how many times you've bought something from Instagram or Facebook because immediately they had a solve for a need that you had. So start to think about things like that in your conversations with people in person and in the conversations that you're having on social media. And a lot of you guys are resistant to posting on social media because you feel vulnerable. But what if all you're having is a conversation with someone and letting them know that you can help them? Take out so much of the personalization that you give it, so much of the drama that you give it, that it's, people are not opting in for what you're selling or something. If you're not getting enough likes or enough metrical feedback on Facebook, those vanity metrics literally mean nothing. If I made it mean something about people not engaging with my stuff on social media, you would not see me on there. But if you go and you check out at the MFR Coach on Facebook and Instagram, you can see that I post over and over and over and over again. You can even tell, like, sometimes none of my posts get any likes or any feedback at all, no comments. I don't care. I'm not there for the likes. I'm there to educate people. I'm there to help someone see that they can get this result from working with me, that they can create a six-figure business. And you are there to let your clients know that you can get them out of pain and back to an active lifestyle, which is life changing. So if you keep it in that energy and you really bring it back to what it is, it's a sales conversation where you are educating someone on the results that they can get from working with you. It's not about if people like you or not. Hey therapist, get ready to join the MFR Coaches 12-month Business Foundation program. Doors open November 1st through 15th. This is your last chance to join in 2023. When you join us in November, you get the option to use our payment plan at no additional cost to you, and I'll even send you my awesome workbook. Visit www.themfrcoach.com/coaching for more information on the program and to get ready to join. Don't forget, terms and conditions apply. See the show notes for more details. Your clients love you. Your clients want what you have, and they're opting in left and right when they know that there's an opt-in. So be the therapist that decides, like, it's so important for these people to opt in with me. Like, I'm just going to show up. I'm not there for likes and hugs. It's not so cute, you guys. Be there to educate and to let people know that you are there. Too many therapists are keeping MFR the best kept secret. I never want to hear a therapist have those words in their mouth. If you are keeping MFR the best kept secret, you are part of the problem. So let's stop doing that. Let's start showing up big. Let's create this movement where MFR is available everywhere. It is the most common treatment to get, and everybody knows about it. And it starts with us. It starts with us being willing to know the difference between a sales conversation and a therapy conversation, and boiling it down and making sure we're doing a good job of knowing how to talk about both, when to talk about one and when to talk about the other, so that our clients get the best care possible. It's on us to do it, right? John has taught us these skills, and now we need to make sure everybody understands what's at stake if they go to a traditional therapist versus going to us, right? By talking about the results that we get our clients, not talking about the difference of the modalities. All right, I'm off my soapbox. I'll see you all on another episode of the MFR Coaches Podcast. Goodbye. Thanks for joining me today. My mission is to help every MFR therapist become a part of the movement where no MFR therapists ever under-earn or burn out. Join my 12-month coaching program. You'll spend the first 90 days setting up your foundation to create your six-figure business. Then you'll go to work and uncover exactly what's holding you back from the business that you want and desire. Get support while you raise your rates, set your policies, and learn how to talk about MFR and how to sell MFR in service of your clients. Learn exactly how you can do it too, even if you live in a tiny town and even if you've had your business for years. This program is open to all MFR therapists who want to create what is possible when you stop playing small and start showing up in your full power as the John Barnes trained MFR therapist you are. Put your magic to work in the world and help more people get out of pain and back to active lifestyles. I'll help you do it. Go to www.themfrcoach.com/coaching and sign up right now.